What's going on, guys? Zephyrnix here to give you my quick review of Windows 10. Now, I've been using Windows 10 for about 3 months now as a primary operating system. On top of that, I've been using the final version of Windows 10 for about a week now. And since everyone has officially started releasing their Windows 10, getting their Windows 10 rather, I figured I'd go ahead now, since it's been released today, I'd go ahead and kind of give you my overview / review of what Windows 10 is all about. So let's just hop on right into it. Is Windows 10 stable? Yes and no. And it is stable. For the most part, it is. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be like, well, I'll get it when the bugs, when they start ironing out all the bugs and all that. Here's the thing about that. That will never happen. There is no such thing as an operating system without bugs. Let's just get that out the way right now. There is no such thing as an operating system without bugs. And I know you're thinking, well, I'll just, when they iron out most of the bugs. Well, that doesn't work either, because there are always bugs. And, most of the bugs, is in this case, is dependent on how many bugs they actually know about and versus how many are actually reported. Trust me, no matter how you look at it, even Windows 7, even now, still has plenty of bugs, okay? So, it's pretty much at a point where you either need to get it now or whatever. So, don't even bother waiting for it for the most part. If you're going to get it, you need to just get it and get it over with. Because, seriously, none of your logic about, waiting for bugs to come out, none of that pans out. Like, seriously. Okay, so starting from right to left, let me show you some things about the interface here. So, this is the little clock here that I absolutely love here. This one, it looks brand new. It looks a lot cleaner. And pretty much the way the old clock used to pretty much not really get updated. It would just be kind of like the same thing for the most part. This is the first time I've seen it look a lot better than its predecessors. And of course, you can click here and get all the stuff here. That works out. You also have which is your action center / notification center / with notifications and such. It has a lot of different names, basically. Anything that you get that has either a notification or whatever will show up here. So if you need to update something, it'll show up here. If you need to fix something, it'll show up here. If you get Windows feedback, Windows mail, or anything, it'll show up here. This is also the spot where you can go ahead and change different things. So I can go ahead and access different things like my location finder, like my all settings, all the settings I have, my VPN, including my tablet mode, which is actually pretty cool. So if you're going to go into tablet mode, it'll simply go ahead and go into tablet mode, which is usually how the tablet looks here. Now I can go ahead and access anything I want from here with relative ease, full screen and all that stuff. And like, for example, here's the store. And I can go and access that. And like the tablets, all the stuff at the bottom is still here. I get to access all that anytime I want to, and it works out perfectly. And anytime I want to, go right back to desktop mode. So that's how you actually do it here. You can still access your desktop and your tablets just like that. Speaking of the store, one thing that Windows 10 does right is actually go ahead and does what's called kind of like a smart app kind of situation. And for the most part, most of the apps will allow you to go ahead and how to put this? Basically, the apps are designed to work with any kind of resolution that you see. So, for example, if you were on a resolution with the Windows Phone, because keep in mind, Windows 10 is going to run on all Windows devices. That includes Windows Phone, Windows PCs, Windows tablets, and Windows Xbox One. Excuse me, not Windows Xbox One, but Xbox One. So this is how it would look like if it was on a phone. Okay? So if it was on a tablet, it would look like this. And if it was actually on a desktop, it would look like this. So one of the cool things is that it actually has different views. So I actually do like that. It kind of fixed the whole situation regarding resolutions and whatnot. And of course, it's really nice because you got situations such as things like Farmville 2, Country Escape, which will run on all 3 or all 4 platforms if you wanted to. So this will actually run on Windows 10, Windows 10 desktop, Windows 10 tablets, Windows 10 phones, and Xbox One. So really good. Xbox One about to get a whole bunch of games. I'm just saying. So let's move on. What else? So over here, right here, you got stuff. It's pretty much stuff that you already know about. And of course, right here, hey, look, I got speakers and I can go access to and all that stuff. Nothing really big or different over here. Taskbar. This right here is actually pretty good. This is the task view. Now, basically what it'll do is it'll go ahead and do 2 things. Number one, it'll go ahead and bring up everything that's open right now. So right now I have 2 things open. The recorder, and I also have, I was looking at the Stealth Bomber Solo PvP video on YouTube. So those are two things. But at the same time, I can also go ahead with a click and open up multiple desktops. So I can open up plenty of desktops. Now, what does this do? Well, basically what it does is it'll allow you to go ahead and open up multiple desktops to allow, well, I said that already, but it'll allow you to go ahead and have access to different programs at a flick of a wrist. It's multiple ways to look at it. So, for example, it's also an easy way to delegate like different screens on different devices. So like for example, if you have a device right hooked up to your computer and you have multiple if you have multiple windows and multiple monitors, you can go ahead and kind of set it up a little bit better to see how it's going to work and things of that nature when it comes down to the desktops. But another way is this. Imagine for a second, desktop 1 was your play desktop, okay? So this is where all the play stuff goes. But then you might also be working on your desktop. So desktop 2 might be where you put all your work stuff. And desktop 3 maybe, you know, kind of put anything else that you want. So it kind of works out in different ways. Each way that you want to go ahead and fix it, you can. You can simply close out the desktop simply by doing that. So yeah, it really does work out, especially if you're someone who, for example, I may be working on making a game on my second desktop, and then I might have to switch over to my first desktop to go ahead and quickly access a web browser or something like that. So, you know, and also it's good to hide porn from the missus. So, I'm just saying. Not that I do that, but you get the idea. So right here is Cortana. We'll talk about her in a minute here. Right here is the start bar. Now I love the start menu rather, and I love the start menu for Windows 10. Just to kind of give you a quick synopsis. On the left-hand side here, you got your you know your name here and your account stuff, mostly used programs, which for me it's Phantasy Star Online 2, Calculator, Star Citizen, Steam, Elder Scrolls Online, of course Google Chrome, and things I've recently added such as the Oracle VM VirtualBox. You know, also gives you access to all of your stuff in your File Explorer. So all of my stuff here I got complete access to. This is the new File Explorer and the way it looks. It looks a little different than what the old File Explorer looks like, but at the same time, it's not much of a difference here. So either way, that's actually really good here. And of course, I can click here and have access to all my stuff here. So all my hard drives are available on my PC. Yes, all these hard drives are on my PC at once. Yes, that's true. Moving on. So yeah, access all my settings, my power supply, my power options. Well, power options is just shut off and shut on and stuff like that. And of course, I can access all of my applications too. So all here is all my applications, in which ones I've recently just downloaded, including BlueStacks and stuff like that. So like I said, it works out really well. On the right hand side is pretty much all of my active tiles. So I can go put different things here. Here's one thing I have here is my photo collection. Now, the thing about this is that keep in mind that my account right now is not hooked up to my Windows Microsoft account right now. My Windows 10 right now is not hooked up to my Microsoft account. So it's limited in terms of the options. But right now, these are nothing but freelancer pictures from Star Citizen. If I was to actually log in and have anything set up, it would show all of my pictures from anywhere that's connected to my Microsoft account. Let's see what else here. You also have movies and television, which allows you to go ahead and watch movies and things of that nature. And it actually is pretty cool. So, like any movie that I actually bought from, Windows, from Zune Video or Xbox Video, whatever the freak they're calling it nowadays. They want to change the name of it so many times. I can go ahead and do it. I can go ahead and literally get all access to all my videos right here. Now, you would buy the videos at your in your actual Microsoft Store. It's really weird. So you would actually buy all the videos that you want to buy. You would actually buy them at the Microsoft Store. So this is where you would buy the videos. You can go ahead here from the store. You can take. I haven't seen that yet. I want to go ahead and see that. So I can type in, for example, Fairy Tale, and it'll show me different results for it. So for example, right here shows a movie, the Thumbelina under Fairy Tale. Okay. Under right here, it shows on the TV shows, it shows the anime Fairy Tale, which I don't understand why Phoenix Priestess is actually here, not under movies, but whatever. So that's pretty much it. Any particular apps, games, etc., etc. Now, of course, if you go ahead and click here, you can go ahead and get access to all of the actual Fairy Tale television shows by season. And of course, you can buy the actual shows, or you can buy the season pass. So yeah, HD is like $15, and season pass HD is like $22.99. So it actually still is pretty cool here. So yep, that's pretty much it. For that one, and it works for anything else, Dragon Ball Z, etc., etc. If you are, so this is pretty much how you would buy it here. You can also buy the stuff from music as well. So if I wanted to go ahead and buy some music stuff, such as Boyz II Men, it'll go ahead and show all the album based off of Boyz II Men. And depending on if it actually knows what you're, well, I was going to say if it actually knows, but that's actually, no, it is right. So if it knows what you're searching for, like for example, if that name Boyz II Men is more, synonymous with music, it'll bring up albums first, So it seems like it works that way. Let me go ahead and confirm that, because I want to make sure I got that right here. So I got on apps here, and I'm going to type in Boyz II Men. Oh, I was wrong. I'm sorry. It's not that smart. It'll go ahead and whatever that you were at first, last rather, it'll go ahead and bring that search up first. So it'll bring up, like if I'm in games, not typing Boyz II Men, it'll bring up Boyz II Men games. Unfortunately, there is no Boyz II Men games, so it'll bring up apps as default. So I'm sorry. I thought it was smarter than what I thought it was, but that's fine. Maybe if Microsoft is listening to this, they can say, hey, you know what? That's a good idea. Let's go ahead and make it so whatever search you do, it'll go ahead and read what kind of search it is, and depending on the search, which one it's more synonymous with, it'll bring up that first, such as albums, since it has 31 of them, or maybe songs, since it has 349 of them. But I digress. Let's go ahead and keep on going here. So that's pretty much that. So yeah, you can watch TVs here and watch movies, and this is all the TV shows that I actually bought already from here. Everything from Steven Universe, Naruto, Inuyasha, Adventure Time, Glee, whatever it is that you may want to watch. And of course, you can also go to movies and also watch those as well. You also have Groove Music, which is about your Xbox music. It really is nothing different from what we've already expected. So this is the music that they allow me access to, which is funny because I'm using way more music than this, but since they kind of locked down my stuff here and behind the paywall, it's like, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, all my stuff is locked behind a paywall, which is really annoying. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. Oh, you have the Xbox application, which gives you access to Xbox Live. So this allows you to do multiple things, including go ahead and it allows you to go ahead and access, you can start a party and kind of talk in the middle of a party, which means that PC and Xbox will be able to talk to each other. You'll be able to go to different places around here and just do different things here on Xbox here. I'll go ahead and do a video on this much later, but it actually is pretty good. It also allows you to go ahead and stream. In fact, let's see if I can pull that off. So I got my Xbox. What you have to do is you have to have your Xbox controller hooked up to it right now. It's supposed to be better later on, but I can go down here and I can simply put stream. So what it'll do is it'll go ahead and say connect to Xbox One, System OS, and that's the name of my Xbox right now. So it'll go ahead and connect to that one. After that, this is what my Xbox looks like right now. So what I can do is I can literally go ahead and scroll back and forth, and it'll go ahead and load up my Xbox stuff. Now, keep in mind, actually have used this, which I'll do a video on it later. The results are going to vary. Keep in mind that once again, I'm going to talk about this later on in another video, but I've had different results dependent on the situation here. So far, it actually has been pretty good. And I can just go ahead and stop streaming. And then there you go. How was it? Oh, that particular one was fair. We'll go ahead and do that later. So, that's pretty much it. Now, the last one, of course, is Cortana. Now, Cortana is okay. Does it work? Does it not work? It does work. It's not that it doesn't work. It just doesn't work as good. So, let me give you a fun example here. Behind the scenes, I'm actually have my phone with me right now, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I got to tell you what's going on my phone versus what's going on the screen, because obviously I can't record it right now. But I want to go ahead and give you now, yes, I tried to use Andy and BlueStacks to go ahead and try to do this with you, but overall it didn't work out. So let me go ahead and first of all bring up some things regarding Cortana. So I can simply access Cortana by yelling out, "Hey, Cortana." And it'll go ahead and bring stuff up there. Now, Cortana, the thing about Cortana is it works sometimes and it doesn't work sometimes. And that's the thing. So I can say, "Hey, Cortana." "Hey, Cortana. What's on the schedule for today?"
You have 5 events today. Here they are. I see Alex FDLRS follow-up coming up next from 2 o'clock to 3:30 p.m.
So basically that means that I have a meeting at 2 o'clock today. I definitely got to go ahead and take care of that. So and that's good parts too. And it does a lot of things like that, such as I can say hey Cortana, remind me today at 12:30 p.m. to play video games.
Remind you to play video games at 12:30 p.m. today. Is that right?
Cancel.
Okay, I canceled that reminder.
So it allows you to go ahead and do things like that. So it does work out pretty well for the most part, and I can go ahead and load games too, such as, hey Cortana, start Elder Scrolls Online.
Alright, opening the Elder Scrolls Online.
And see, it'll go ahead and load it up automatically. So it does work out for the most part. Let me try something else here. And I don't know if this is going to work because this game technically isn't installed on the computer, but I'm going to try it out. Try out 2 games. So, hey, Cortana, load Future Fight. Yeah, I can already see that was going to go wrong. How about, hey, Cortana, start Future Fight.
Alright, starting airplane mode.
Yeah, see? So it wouldn't work on that, but don't worry about that. That's this. And this is actually installed on a different system. It's actually installed on BlueStack, so it wasn't going to work. So I expected it not to work, but that's fine. So yeah, and that's the kind of thing. So it'll load up stuff that's installed in your computer, but if it's not fully installed, it doesn't seem to want to work. But it does work for the most stuff, such as, hey, Cortana, start Star Citizen.
Alright, here's Star Citizen.
And yep, so Start Citizen will start loading up here. So it does work out for the most part here. The thing about it is that I wish it had some connectivity with like certain things. Like I wish I can customize it more. So maybe I can go ahead and use it as an assistant for gaming. Such if I was playing Star Citizen and whatnot, it can go ahead and help me, raise my shields and stuff like that. Interesting. I just got a very interesting email. So, okay. So the thing about it is that I don't like is that it doesn't do complicated things. Like, for example, right now Gamescom is heading our way very soon. So I want to go ahead and start and set up an event for that one. So I would say, hey Cortana, create an event for August 7th, 2015 at 12 o'clock p.m. for Gamescom. And it'll bring up something like this. And that's when it doesn't work. Sometimes it will work. It will be like, hey, Cortana, create an event on August 7th, 2015 at 12 o'clock p.m.
Okay, what's the start time?
Cancel.
Okay, scratch that.
So notice how it said, what's the start time? I just told you, 12 o'clock p.m., and stuff like that. So it's like stuff that is annoying. But, and I want to give it a pass because it's new, but it is Microsoft. And at the same time, if I go ahead and do this, okay, Google, create an event on August 7th, 2015 at 12 o'clock p.m. for Gamescom.
Okay, do you want to save this?
And right here in front of me, it has title Gamescom, day Friday, August 7th at 12 o'clock p.m. It's like, okay, fantastic. So my question is that why couldn't Cortana do that, And that's the thing. Google is vastly still more superior than Cortana is right now. That's not to say it won't change. It's not to say that, it won't get better. But right now, yeah, Cortana is actually lagging behind Google. Now, in terms of Siri, I don't know. I don't use Siri. I haven't used Siri in years. But I will say that right now, Cortana is lagging behind that in terms of those little things like that. Other than that, though, it pretty much does everything it's supposed to do. Hey, Cortana, what's the weather like in Tokyo, Japan?
It's currently 84 and mostly cloudy in Tokyo.
So it does, like I said, it brings up information and stuff like that. I can also, you also saw me set a reminder. And the thing about this is that what it wants you to do for the most part is kind of put some information here. And the more information that you put into Cortana, the more that she'll be able to do. So, you know, you got your Cortana tips if you want those too. But Cortana right now needs some updates. Once she's updated dramatically, then she'll be a lot better. So, like I said, certain situations require you to put stuff in, like add an event here, which I try to do. Some of your favorite movies here. Oh, not favorite movies, I'm sorry. If you got a package coming. But in normal cases, what will happen is that if Cortana is connected to your email and stuff like that, it'll automatically go ahead and reach out and see, okay, you got packages coming on its way, and it'll let you know when the packages are available and stuff like that. So it actually does do its job. And there's not much I can show you because of the fact that Cortana is not connected to the net as big as she, as you know, much as she could be. But that's pretty much it. So these are stuff, you know. Make a video about Windows 10. I'm late on that, as you can see. And of course, right here, I can go ahead and give ideas to Microsoft. Overall, how does it work? It works pretty well. I mean, there is no real problem with Cortana. It's just she's not there yet at 100%. So overall, my thoughts on Xbox 10. I'm sure Xbox 10. Excuse me. Woo. Windows 10. I like it. I have no problems with it. I've had some situations where it had frozen on me in a couple of situations. One time, I had to do this video like 4 times because I was trying to do the Xbox video and show off certain like situations that was already in beta, and it would not work. And things of that nature. So overall, I say that if I had to go ahead and give it a score, I would give it about a 8.5 out of 10. Do I advise you to go ahead and install it? Definitely. Believe me, it is way more together. It is way more stable than Windows 10 was when it launched. That Windows 7 was when it launched. Windows 8 and Windows 8.1, all those guys they weren't really that stable when compared to this one. This one is very, very, very stable. And trust me, I have used all those operating systems from birth. So not my birth, but their birth. So I definitely know. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of Windows 10. And if you got any questions, I will be happy to answer them. You guys have a good night. Zeph out.